Here we are getting started with our first learning target of this unit, Carbon and Earth's Processes, which is the Earth's spheres. So you're looking at your explained notes. We're going to fill in the details for the 4 Earth spheres, including examples of each. So we know the Earth spheres are broken into these categories, and they include everything natural that can be found on Earth. Starting with geosphere. So geosphere is our first category, key word being rock. So that should clue us in, give us a reminder that the geosphere is including not only rocks, but also minerals that we can find on the Earth's surface, any soils or sands, different sediments on the Earth's surface, as well as underneath the ocean and inside of the Earth. So remember, the ocean is sitting on top of land that's underneath, so there's lots of sediment and rock there, as well as the Earth's interior, like our asthenosphere, our mantle, our core. Those are all part of this geosphere as well. So when we think about examples, looking for a few to record on our document, we could have things as simple as rock types like basalt or granite. We could have different elements like coal or gold. Coal is not an element, sorry. Fossil fuel like coal, or an element like gold. We could think about sand or soils. We could think about mountains, volcanoes, lava, magma, all the things having to do with rocks and Earth, the ground. That's our geosphere. Hydrosphere then, our key word is water. Hydrosphere is a big part of our planet, and it is water in any phase or state of matter. So that could be solid. Thinking about examples that are solid, we could say ice, we could say snow, glaciers, hail, things like that. Liquid could, of course, be the ocean, rivers, lakes, ponds, rain, clouds. And gas could be things like water vapor, which is around us in the atmosphere right now, but made of water. So that's why we count it as the hydrosphere. Atmosphere, key word being air. We know the atmosphere is that blanket of gas that surrounds the Earth and extends out into space. So there is a certain point where our atmosphere gets so thin that we just are in space with those no particles. So our blanket of gases around the Earth, different gases we could think about for our examples. I know we've talked a lot about this one already. CO2, that carbon dioxide. We've got oxygen as a gas. We've got nitrogen as a gas. Methane, that's a carbon gas. Lots of trace particles, but these are our main examples for the atmosphere. And finally, our fourth sphere here is the biosphere, key word being life. So these are all living things within the biosphere. Any place on Earth, any habitat, any size, which means we're going from humans to any animal. So we can say squirrels to sharks to dolphins to bugs, right? We can be thinking about plants, trees, flowers, bushes, grasses, as well as bacteria. Those are living things inside of our bodies or on the Earth, anywhere. Any living thing for the biosphere. Before we jump down to the summary question, you do have a detail there on the right hand side. Make sure you fill in that diagram: atmo, geo, bio, hydro, what sphere each picture represents. So don't forget about that question on the right. And then finally, your summary question here, just simply thinking about all the things we listed. What are going to be at least 2 where carbon can be found? So you might be able to go through the examples we just listed and say, oh yes, I know carbon is definitely in these. But you could also circle back to your carbon cycle game and look at all your stations and see if you can locate anything specific that would include carbon. So this is just a short bulleted list. Where can I find carbon in every single spot? Once your summary question is good to go, then you're over looking at your learning targets. Number 1, just a quick, in your own words, what do we know about each sphere and examples for each one. You can draw those or write them, whatever works best for you.